And go. Okay, guys, welcome to episode 2 of Ad Copy Masterclass. Okay, so yes, last week we spoke specifically about, we went through your target, your niche, how to go into research in depth about your current client and your avatar. And obviously we understand that being in a place of, obviously when you market and you want to market a certain product or whether it be a certain niche or whatever, you need to find people who are your ideal client. Now, the market is so large, we don't want to appeal to the whole entire market. The initial transaction, initial, objectification is to find your ideal client and sell to them, not the entire market. Because if everyone's buying off you, it just doesn't work that way. You're going to appeal, especially in affiliate marketing, appeal to a certain client. So we went into depth of researching into, your ad copy and how you can actually find the best way. So we went to the ad copy cheat sheet. So the ad copy cheat sheet has already been uploaded into the Team Core page. Please go download it. I was initially going to send it out, personally, but I have made that, available to those who want it. So you don't have to, message me, you know where to find it. So the ad copy cheat sheet went to who are you targeting? What are their pain points? What are their fears? How can you unravel their fears and what can you guarantee? Okay, so I went to different ways of finding raw material and where we can find it in our target market and our niche. So this week we're going to go to the big idea. So what is the big idea? The big idea is basically your research. Your big idea is something that you're selling. Okay, your big idea should appeal to your perfect avatar, and then that perfect avatar or perfect person that your ideal client is obviously found through research. A huge mistake people do is they start writing before planning and research. So this is what these little episodes are about. These are what this basically masterclass is about, is to help you basically pinpoint points where you can sell to your client. Okay, if we're not selling, we're being sold to. So if you're not selling yet, you're going to be sold to. You rather be the seller or the sold to. So I would rather be the seller. Okay. So obviously we went to raw materials. Went through stories, went through proof, promises, mechanisms, villains, and problems and villains. Okay. So if you guys don't watch this unless you've watched number 1, please. So what is a mechanism? A mechanism is things that make your product work. It could be a feature or parts that get the result that you're promising. You want the mechanism to be framed so it worked effortlessly. So right now, if you're selling an educational platform as such, you want it to sound effortless. People are lazy. People want the easiest place and form to get to their goals. Now, once you obviously pull apart their goals and what you want to achieve, you need to find somewhere that you can frame the work that you can find effortlessly. For example, 90% automated system, done for you training. All you got to do is plug and play. These words are going to play different words in your head, different outcomes in your heads. So you can obviously see it as effortless. The process of creating a mechanism. 1, do you have the secret formula no one else talks about? So what's the secret formula that no one else talks about? What is the secret formula to success? What is the secret formula to being an online wealth coach? What is the secret formula to affiliate marketing? Okay, 2 is you have an unspoken of mechanism. Okay, so you have something that works somewhere, works a way that no one else has spoken about. So you got that secret. Everyone wants to know the secret. There's a reason why the book, The Secret, is called The Secret. It's because it's going to draw you to find out the secret of life. Okay. For I think many, many years, whatever you watch specifically says, what is the meaning of life? What is the secret of achieving success in life? And these are the things that draw us to it. Different words play a part in our heads, such as secret, effortless. Like different words will obviously detain the way it means. There is an ordinary part of your business that can pose as a secret, and you bundle them into a system. Okay. And 5, what does this mechanism do for the customer? What is the biggest benefit it provides? So if you have the secret, what does it do for them? If you have the secret to success, what does that mechanism do for them? Okay, and then you obviously jot it down in your ad copy. Can you create a powerful analogy or name to describe this opportunity? So for example, I've nicknamed this and obviously I'll change it throughout the time. But for now, I'm going to try and keep it because it's congruent on YouTube. The ad copy masterclass. We can change it to how to write ad copies like a badass. These are the different ways that you can adapt your terminology to play depict like a certain way in people's minds. You got to take the basic product and rename it into something really cool. And that's the elements of a big idea. Okay. It has to answer the question, what's in it for me? Your client's not going to buy crap unless you answer the question, what's in it for them? Why should they buy something off you? Great. You're trustworthy. Cool. You're active on social media. Great. You upload content. Cool. What can you provide for the ideal client? That is what they want. If someone wants to replace their income, that's what's in it for them. Why should they listen to you? Why should they read your ad copy? What's it going to help them achieve? Once it helps them achieve something, then that is what's in it for them. People are very selfish, right? We're all selfish. We're all selfish as human beings. And if this opportunity wasn't selfish in your form, you wouldn't be here today. You know, you can hear Safa going on bickering about success and mindset and, you know, 6-figure business and 6-figure this and 6-figure that. But if this doesn't resonate with you and allows you to gain the same results, then why are you here for? That's what's in it for you. Okay. If Safa's a 6-figure earner, you can get 6 figures. If this person has replaced their income, you can replace your income. If this person has made, multiple streams of income, you can make multiple streams of income. So what's in it for you? So it's WIIFM. What's in it for me? Okay. It needs to be specific, concrete, and tangible. So you need to genuinely be able to learn from something. It's something tangible, something learned. It's easy to grasp and instant appeals, and avoid the curse of knowledge. So we've all come across a segment or a person who feels like you haven't given them enough attention, so they go and do their research. You need to stop them in their tracks before they go over knowledge themselves and overwhelm themselves. Once someone's overwhelmed, they just plug out. Simple. People don't, all of us, don't do too well with too much information, because that's when our mind wanders. So once we simplify something easy enough for them to understand and grasp and answer their questions, they're not going to be wanting to go find knowledge somewhere else. So you need to answer their question. You need to answer their question specifically, honestly, and simply. Make it simple for small minds to understand. Okay? It should, big ideas should generate to support fascinations. So people are fascinated with different things. So we get inboxes every day. People are fascinated with making money online. Is it possible? Yeah, it is. People are fascinated with how marketing works. Is it possible? Yeah. These are fascinations. You're supposed to feed the fascination. Okay? And this is where your ad copy will obviously come. This is what it needs to answer. This is what it needs to adjust. It needs to be infused with the truth. Please don't go and make up some BS. See, I sent a really, really great example of an ad in Team McCall. If you guys haven't watched it, please, if you haven't read it, sorry, go do that, because it uses the bullet points and the statistics as a form of proof, as a form of truth. Now, you can probably lie about your expectations and your experiences, but you cannot lie about statistics that is obviously scientifically proven.
Facts.
Or facts. Facts are obviously like, the Daily Mail has written or anything like that. The big idea needs to be felt in your gut, and no one can steal your ideas. So the big idea of writing an ad is obviously when you go through the cheat sheet and you adapt these different, you answer these different questions, you're going to come across writing. You have to write in a style that gets the reader's attention of your niche. So if I was a childcare educator, okay, what are the pain points of a childcare educator? And it needs to be felt in your gut. So if I'm going to write, we change nappies all day. Like, that's not really a pain point. I mean, some people hate changing nappies, don't get me wrong, but it's not a pain point. The pain point would be,
saying goodbye to them.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously, you'd be, I worked in childcare for over 7 years. I've seen 7 generations of children move on, and I'm still stuck in the same place.
Makes sense.
Okay. Or as a security guard, you see people every single day with their significant other shopping and enjoying themselves and having lunch and everything. When you're working and you're away from your family, that's a pain point. So that's what you got to think about. And no one can steal your idea because it's your idea. So be authentic in your idea. The way you see the world is different to the way other people see the world as well. So your big idea will be a lot more different. Yeah, okay, you might use, an analogy of, people moving on, but you're going to say it and word it differently. And if you say it and word it the same as someone else, then it's not really going to be a big idea, because it's going to be repeated too many times.
So you can always tell your ideal customers, let's say right now it's childcare, you can always tell them, okay, let me try and travel for you, because you're going to jump online and find out what most people suffer from at the age of 50, 60, 70, what they go through. So you can actually get them from travel inside their heads, like, okay, this is where I'm heading.
Yeah.
So do you also reckon we should give them also like free pleasure points? What free pleasure points they want as well?
Yeah, so pain points are obviously emotionally compelling, but also pleasure points, something that
also if you give them free negative, give them free positive as well.
So positive and negative always got to weigh it out. That's what Abbas is saying.
Yeah.
So your big idea needs to be emotionally compelling. Like I said before, it needs to be felt in your guts. Okay, so if your ad is gathering up all these emotions, then you're 10 times more likely to convert the client. Primary promise. What's the primary promise? What is the outcome? Yeah, you're putting out an ad, but don't put out an ad for the sake of it. What are you promising in your ads? What are you telling people that they're going to get an outcome? Okay. Obviously intellectually interesting, and you're feeling the discovery. The big idea is a combination of stories, proof, promises, mechanisms, and problems and villains, designed to instantly attract attention and serve an urgent need to your prospect. So the prospect needs to feel like they need you in their life. That's when you convert the client. Okay, so how to create new ideas. You gather raw materials. You research the 5 elements that we spoke about last week. 2, work with these materials over and over in your mind. 3, the incubation stage, where you let your unconscious or subconscious mind make new connections. 4, the eureka. Which one?
In the 3 stage, incubating base. I like that.
Yeah. The eureka or light bulb moment, where your mind gives birth to a brand new idea. So you'll go through a certain time where you're researching and you're like, oh my God, that's freaking genius. Like Abbas just write time machine. That's a brand new bright idea that I wouldn't have thought. Okay. So that's a bright idea.
Because people can time travel. You can remind that. Sometimes people will be sitting at work and like, or something, if you look at them, they're actually just daydreaming, but they're sitting here, but their mind is somewhere else. So you can time travel. You can imagine things. Whatever you can imagine, you can make it possible, because, the ways this, if you do a bit of research, your subconscious mind doesn't know whether it's real or you've imagined it. You say, you can trick it. There's a lot of people out there that make up a lot of nonsense and end up believing
in nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay, so the eureka or light bulb moment, where your mind just gives birth to a brand new idea. Okay. And 5, validate the idea, pitch for feedback. So you actually see me a lot of the times when I'm on my Instagram feeds, I'm actually asking for feedback. This is to do a couple of things. First one is to see the pain points of my clientele, of my niche, the people on my Instagram and my Facebook who are active. Need to find out who is an active thing. Now you can have 10 million followers, but maybe 1,000 of them are active, maybe even less. So you need to be able to come across an idea or a form or way to find ways that you can provide feedback. So a lot of the times what I ask is, like, for example, when I'm speaking to a lead is, if money wasn't an issue today, where would you be? You know, if you weren't stuck in your 9 to 5, or you weren't stuck in the mindset, if you weren't stuck in Sydney right now, what would you be doing? If money wasn't an issue, what would you be doing? What kind of things would you be doing? Are you interested in a hobby? What kind of hobby are you interested in? Okay. If money wasn't an issue, where would you live? If money wasn't an issue, what would you see? These are just ways that you can validate the idea and pitch for feedback. So if my niche is, you know, childcare educators, and I want to know what their pain points are, then I can do a post or I can do a poll of what is the worst thing that you see happening in the childcare industry that you wish you can change. Simple. People are going to give you that, and that's basically feedback, and that's research that you can use into your ad copy. Finding new idea is connecting the dots and discovering. So you need to discover these things, but it doesn't happen overnight. You're not going to happen to come across these ideas just for the sake of it. These ideas are not going to, like, you know, come across on the street. You need to specifically sit down and actually go in the form of yourself, go be one with yourself, and then listen and think about these things at different times. The enemy, what is the enemy? When you are boring and it forces the skeptic to be a skeptic. That's your enemy. That's your enemy right now in obviously advertising, especially in our field. People are skeptics. People think that they know it all. People think that they have every means of information, and they do. Google tells you all, but people believe Google more than you. So why the hell should they believe you? That's your enemy. And how to make something unique. You need to change the perspective. In order to make something unique, you need to change the perspective. So it goes into 1, reframing, 2, positioning, 3, renaming, 4, urgency, and 5, simplicity. So the reframing is obviously taking something ordinary to the extraordinary. Positioning is positioned actively in the consumer's mind. Renaming is what we spoke about before, of changing service, you know, like how to write an ad copy to how to be a ad copy badass. Okay. Urgency, why should they act right now? And how simple and effective is your procedure? Okay. For example, actually use the example, stay-at-home moms are now taking their incomes into their own hands. So it's like, oh, how are they taking income into their own hands? I want to know if my niche is stay-at-home moms, but it's not. But yeah. Position. Don't worry about being typical, boring, or ordinary. Be bold, be big, be new, and be fresh and unique. You need to make the claim and back it up. So I can't say, you know, 60% of childcare educators are unhappy with their jobs. Okay, how am I going to back it up with proof? What is my proof? How am I going to find it with proof? Okay, then I'm going to go into the Bureau of Statistics and say, these are how much people over the last 5 years have changed their professionalism, the profession, from childcare to something else. That's my proof. Okay, how many childcare educators have decided that they want to do a different degree? That's proof. And why is this happening? Is it because of income? Is it because of, you know, documentation? Is it the stress? Is it family? Is it not worth it anymore? Is it a physical thing where they can't keep up, their body can't keep up with the job anymore? That's what you need to back it up with. Proof is testimonials. There is a reason why we've asked you guys to write testimonials. Testimonials is social proof. Social proof will always, always, always buy someone and get someone to trust them because you are the real person. That's why I prefer video proof rather than written proof. Okay? Because you're saying it from your point of view and you're actually speaking. People's attention span is so low, like I think it's like 3 seconds. People are more adorned to find the way to watch the video rather than read. Okay, there's a reason why movies sell more than books these days. People have been lied to by everybody. The government, their teachers, their parents, themselves. So you need to find a way. Why should they believe you? What makes you so different? What can you prove that is going to get someone to where they are? Okay. Why did you invest in your mentor? Why didn't you invest in your mentor? Why haven't you invested in your mentor? Why isn't anyone investing in you? Why hasn't anyone invested in you? These are the things that you need to ask. So for example, another way I've reformed, I've given you guys example, is the secret stay-at-home formula. Secret stay-at-home income formula. Shit, I want to know that. I want to find out how to, make an income from home. People don't like improvements. They like trying something new. And new means fresh. New means fresh, and it's a fresh start. So people don't want a new and improved. People want fresh. And people also, for what it's worth, people want to know that they've tried this before their friends and family. People like being first. All right. What does your blueprint or your secret solve? The secret that you're promising, what does it solve for the reader? Okay. And write them, and when you're excited, in small increments. So when you're writing down your your feature ad copy, or your ad copy, or your story, or whatever the case may be, write it down when you're excited. So figure out what time of the day you're most excited and write it the hell down. See, I'm most excited after a coffee in the morning. Find out when you're most excited and you write it down. Now, does it mean that you're going to sit down for 6 hours a day and be excited? No. Write down for 15 minutes, leave, come back. Write down for 15 minutes, leave, come back. That's how you do it. You sitting down on a desk for 6 hours is not going to get you guys excited. It's not exciting. It's not even exciting for me. Okay? Don't write when you're fatigued or tired. Just fucking don't. No one's going to buy it for you, please. Renaming. You decide the name. Rename the simple mechanism to what you want to gain attention. Improve simple copywriting to copywriting. So, for example, if, like I said before, how to improve your simple ad copy techniques, whatever. And then you can go into change it to copywriting badass. If I change it to copywriting badass, I'm renaming it to something that's going to be inclusive and more gain more attention than the other one. Copy mechanisms to copy cheat codes. Okay, you got to change the language to imply the message trying to show or convey. The word secret helps. The word secret. So what you want to do is go on the thesaurus.com and write what are different words for secret. Foolproof, effective, fun. I don't know. Go on thesaurus.com and find it. Okay. Thesaurus.com is your best friend, especially when you're writing ad copy. I just want to say that because simple words like amazing can be changed to something completely different and it'll be so much more effective in an ad. Okay. Let's talk about urgency and timing. Relevant to the prospect right now. So we spoke about last week how we were running an ad for the last 2 years about travel and lifestyle when people were in damn isolation. They couldn't even travel because of the stupid borders. So it needs to be relevant to your prospect right now. What are they going through in life right now that you can gain their pleasure points? And there was a reason why our old ad was only we're paying $7 per lead. And then this new one about isolation, we're paying $2 per lead. Okay. It needs to be effective and relevant to the person right now. They need to make an urgent decision to keep reading, keep writing, and keep watching so they can buy right now. They need to know, you need to know what's in the prospect's head right now, the conversation that they have in their head. Okay. So as they're reading your ad copy or going through your thing, what are the conversations that they're saying in their head? And if it's saying that you're a dumbass, then say it. Okay. If you're thinking that this person is a dumbass or is a cringeworthy, they're not going to think. So for example, I myself filmed a video ad maybe about 2 weeks ago. And while I was watching, I'm like, this is freaking cringeworthy. And I'm like, you know what? If I'm feeling like it's cringeworthy for me, what the hell is the prospect going to feel like? It's going to be fucking cringeworthy for them. Okay? So that's why you got to you know, find out what the conversations are happening right now. What's hot in the market right now? Now, there are some ways that you can find out what's hot in the market right now. Okay. What are the trends that people are following? What are people buying? For example, I was telling this to Abbas today. Do you know that the household appliances have risen over the last like 2-3 months? Like a simple vacuum, like the Dyson here. I think, is it a V8? V8 was like, well, how much did we buy it for? 800? $600. Now it's $800 because it's a hot item right now. People are more likely cleaning. So Dyson's going to make a little bit more money on the revenue on obviously what's selling right now. It's a hot ticket item. You know, there's a steam cleaner for couches, like fabric couches. It's called Bristle or something. When I first was interested in it, it was like very cheap. Now it's like full reason. Like, what the hell's going on? It's hot in the market right now because people are spending more time at home. Obviously, they have their kids at home. They're going to need more cleaning shit. Okay. Obviously, you go through what's in it for me. For example, when there was a cryptocurrency boom, people made money with cryptocurrency. And there was a high demand and high retention rate. What is the need right now? This time last year, it was drop shipping. Yep. Now it's no longer drop shipping. Find out what it is in your time right now. Okay. So obviously people are going to watch this at different times in the market. So I'm not going to drop any examples because it doesn't make sense. Like I have dropped a couple, but what is in the market right now? Your job is to make whatever you're selling very fucking exciting. Goes to the show when Jordan Belfort goes, sell me this pen. It's just a fucking pen. How can you sell a pen, simple pen, to someone in the form of an ad copy? That's what you got to think about. You need to breathe life into someone who feels depleted and defeated. People hate their life. People are bored. They need something new. So how are you going to breathe life into someone who hates their job and had 2 months off and stopped having money coming in and their boss refused them for a thing and they still want job keeper payments because they can't afford to pay their mortgage? How can you breathe life into someone who feels defeated and depleted? If you want to sell, you need to fall in love with the product first. If you won't buy the product, no one's going to buy the product of you. Guess what? If you're not renewing your ACE account, no one's going to buy ACE account. If you're not writing a good ad copy, and if you're not writing effective ad copies and you're selling an ad copy course, no one's going to buy shit. If you think your product is second best, then you're not going to sell your product. You need to believe with every fiber of your body that your product is the best thing since sliced bread. It is the best thing that ever came across you. You love it. You use it every damn day. You need everyone to buy it. That's how powerful your conviction should be. You should feel it in every fiber of your body. Okay? People don't like work and effort. They want something effective, easy, and simplistic. Okay, so these are the different ways that you can find your ad copy and transform it into something simply amazing. Ad copywriting is something that is like just ad copy is obviously some of the hardest skills that you can ever learn, because most of us aren't storytellers. They just like, when someone goes to you, hurry up and tell me the point. So we lose ourselves in the story. So we're like, oh fuck, I'm just going to tell you the point. Yeah, well, the point is she went to A and she said this. But we need to go back and be one with ourselves within the ad copy. We need to find the research. We need to write it down. We need to position it differently. We need to reframe it differently. We need to tell people why they should buy it right now. What's it going to achieve for them? And then that's how you write your ad copy. That's it for today, guys. Oops. I'm going to stop recording. Sorry, guys, if you've ever seen that on recording. 1 second.